Yo, today is the day we go over Reddit comments. Now, last time I left off. Oh shit. 2 seconds. Now, I'm not gonna remove that. I'm gonna keep that in the video. I'm gonna keep it there. Alright, so last video I done was around a week ago. It was answering how do you cope with loneliness, about losing motivations, shaitan, all that kind of stuff. I went over that. So if you guys ain't seen that, please check out. I watched the last bit of it myself and I was like, yeah, this is a good video. Like a lot of informative things going on in that video. And yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Make sure you check that out and leave a like, comment, show that you watched the video. And we will go over the next bit now. I think I'll do 3 comments again because 3 comments seems to be the best way I can keep it under 20 minutes. And starting off, I don't want to have these videos too long because I'm really just talking to myself at this point. But yeah, I just don't want to keep it very, very long. And let's just get into it. I was going to say something, but you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to say it, okay? I'm not going to say it. Okay, so this question here, how to study when you feel emotionally exhausted? And one thing about the first 50 comments that I do, 50 responses to questions or whatever I do, it's involved in the Get Studying subreddit, but I end up not being in that subreddit that much because I'm not trying to be really involved too much in that subreddit because I'm also like to deal with like things that aren't really in like exams and studying for exams and stuff because I'm not really the best in that sector. Like, I prefer to do personal development and mindsets and habits and all of those, everything apart from, you know, when it comes to, I need to revise for my GCSEs and what should I do? And there's people better than me that do a way better job at that. And I don't really want to get into that too much, but I was in it in the first 50 comments. So maybe like the first, well, at least the next like 5 or 6 videos, I might have one question on it at least. And let me just get into this. All right. So the question was how to study when you feel emotionally exhausted, and basically saying that he feels emotionally unstable and he finds it hard to focus and on all of those kind of things. My response to that question is that okay. Right. So I talk about taking breaks, like making sure that in between your long sessions you have some sort of break involved in that you can just take your time away from studying, take your mind off of it so that you can just kind of come back and feel very, very refreshed and have a new perspective. And when when one of my friends he'll know, like there was this one month in 2021 in March 2021 where I had been in one business I was really involved in, which I don't really want to talk about, but I went through that entire month. I had done like from 6 to 12 hours sessions where I was just working on it and trying to perfect my craft on it. And the way I done it was, I think it was called the Pomodoro technique, where you would do 45, like anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes of working on it, studying on it, whatever. And then you would take a break for 15 to 30 minutes. And that works for me a lot because you reach, like I saw somewhere that you reach a plateau. Like you study for this long and then you reach a plateau, and then after that you just kind of feel exhausted, and you can't really get better than that because you just feel like you're at that, you just reach your kind of limit in that sense, whether it's mentally or physically, you just reach your limit. But whenever you take a break, you come back feeling a little bit more energized and, like I said, different perspective in any sort of in a different way. And then you come back and you can kind of just raise the level again, and it's a good way to keep things in balance and keep things going up and down. And I give examples here. So if you were to study 40 minutes and take a 20-minute break, in that break, I give examples of what you could do. I say that you can meditate, use positive affirmations, exercise, stretch, or watch something you enjoy. And I said that you should mix up and try to keep your study sessions more enjoyable so that you want to do it more. And I know we'll leave that last bit for later, but well, you know what? I just say take things one step at a time, and I hope that helps. I just give out examples of some nice things you can do in between your breaks, so that when you come back, you'll feel more refreshed. And try not to keep try to keep your breaks separate than your study sessions so that you're not studying for 40 minutes and then you're thinking about studying for the 20 minutes. So that when you come back to studying, you haven't really taken a break. The entire purpose of the break in this case is to take you away from the environment or the mental environment that you put yourself in for that 40 minutes or that however long your study session was. And I hope that's clear to you guys, or if you guys have any inputs you want to do, feel free to put it in the comments. You know, I would read it and check that out. Okay. And the next one is a get studying one as well. All right. How do I study when I have no motivation? And it got deleted. Oh, look, I got 12 likes on that one. The first thing to work on is your attitude. Okay, let me just go through the whole thing and then we'll see if there's anything I need to say on it. The first thing to work on is your attitude towards studying. Try to have a positive approach to your ability to study, and then the next thing is to use things that you like and put that into your study sessions, like watching something or exercising in your breaks. The key thing is to have a positive attitude so that you can study no matter how hard it feels. Okay, so this whole comment is centered around positivity and keeping things upbeat and optimistic so that you don't become your biggest critic, or you don't become your own bully, and it's so counterproductive because you're working hard, but at the same time your mind is working hard to belittle your hard work. So you just kind of feel like all your work has been for nothing and you've just done it for no reason. And let me see, is there anything important from that bit? Alright, so the next thing is to use things that you like and put that into your study sessions. And that's a similar thing to what I said in the previous one, to kind of make your study sessions enjoyable and add things into your breaks that makes your time feel good, because you want to feel happy while you're doing this. You don't want to torture yourself and just convince yourself you hate it and then just do it for a long time knowing that you hate it. It's just a bad formula to negative mental health and just negativity in general when it comes to your mental health. Damn, that one is long. That response is long, bro. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, I remember this. I remember this one. I remember this comment. Alright, let me see. So it's 8 minutes. Can we break this down in 5 minutes? We're gonna find out, boys and girls. The question that this Reddit user put forward is that I have been really good about myself lately, but all my self-confidence and self-esteem just plummets when I look in the mirror. I'll just read bits and pieces of his stuff and not the whole thing. I have been working hard with my confidence and self-improvement. I eat better, exercise more, etc. But when it's at the end of the night or in the morning and I go wash up and look at myself in the mirror, all the good feelings from working hard, confidence, self-esteem just plummets. I'm not happy with the way I look. I'm ugly and short. I try my best to look nice, but I can't fix the face I was given. I feel like shit every morning and night. How can I fix this? How can I just accept my ugly self so that I don't get disappointed every time I see my face, so that I can comfortably and confidently talk to women despite my ugly face? Alright. I'll be honest, reading stuff like this, on a serious note, or like all jokes aside, it's very sad to see. If you are an emotional person, this can make you quite sad. And for me, when I read it, I feel sorry for the person because of how distorted they view themselves and how how much of a bad look they have on themselves. And almost to me, it doesn't seem like, it seems like they put themselves in a position where they're already convinced of how bad they are, and it makes it harder for someone like me or someone else that wants to help them actually help them, because you can't listen, I learned this lesson a lot, and you can't help someone when they don't want to help. They don't want to help themselves. Not that they don't want the help, they just don't want to help themselves. They may appreciate your advice, but they won't take it in because they don't want to help themselves. They're already convinced of what they can do and what they can't do, and what they're willing to do and what they're not willing to do. So that is the kind of the bottom line to it. And you do feel very sorry for people on these platforms. And I do see, over my past few months on Reddit and Quora, I've seen quite a lot of, especially on Reddit, like people that are just, they're in the lowest of the low. Like they view themselves as dirt, and they just step on themselves, and they're willing to step on themselves before anyone else steps on them. And that's why I'm here, because I just want to help those people as much as I can. And hopefully just say one thing. Just say one thing, bro. Just say one thing that can help them change their life, because that's what inspires me to keep going forward. And as much as it's difficult for me to keep doing this and not get that much feedback, like, that's not the purpose of it. I want them to read it, even if they don't respond to it or they don't show that they even read it. As long as they can take it forward with their life and improve, I'm okay with that. I'm happy I've done that for them. Alright, so let me read my response and see what exactly I said. And the first thing I start off with saying is that I'm going to take a different approach, because it seems that you're already convinced about how you feel that you looked before you even publish this post. I'm not going to change your mind, but guide you in the right direction. Hey, look, I'm gonna work on this reading. I'm gonna work on reading out loud so that I don't make that many mistakes when reading. Alright? But I pretty much just said what I had said, that he's already convinced of a certain thing. He didn't put forth as much of a question, really, unless at the end, but he just already knew. This is why I am. This is why I am. So I took a different approach. I referenced what he said. I said, here is what you wrote in your last paragraph. Accepting this. I'm disappointed. I'm not comfortable. How do I fix this? This, to me, is someone who has already defeated himself before anyone else gets the chance to. I'm going to rephrase this, and please read exactly how it is. Please do. If you ever did read that, thank you for reading that. I appreciate you for reading that. Can I change what I was born with? No, I cannot. Can I change my attitude and how I feel towards myself and make it positive? Yes, I can, and I will. Can I just accept myself? Yes, I can. So that I don't get disappointed every time that I see my face? Yes, I can. So I can comfortably and confidently talk to women? Yes, I can. And you see the difference in how it's phrased, that he is asking himself questions and he's answering it. And he's not putting himself in... He's phrasing it in a way that it can help him answer in a yes or no format. And it boosts you. If you read it once, okay, you may not feel anything. Read it twice, nothing at all. You read it 10 times, might not even feel that much. You read it 100 times, you will feel the difference. Now you read it 1,000 times, you'll be convinced. And that is the goal. The repetition over time will definitely have effects. And there are definitely books on this, like Atomic Habits or The Compound Effect, or the power of the subconscious mind. There's some great books that go over this, that repetition is a great way, and consistency as well are great ways to kind of form something that you can keep long term. And it's a very effective way to build something important to you, you know. I say to read this at least once a day to reinforce positive beliefs about yourself, and you will start to believe more good things about yourself. It is sim. It is some sim. It is some simple. It is some simple. Does that even make sense? I don't even know if that makes sense. It's some simple, but it. Okay, I don't even know. Some simple but effective changes in the sentences to put yourself in a position and belief system that yes, you can change and you want to change. If you put yourself in a box before you start to change, I don't know why my mind just shifted. If you put yourself in a box before you start to change, then you'll be disappointed time and time again. Leave room for some change. Leave room for change, and it will happen. And yes, it will take time. Like, don't be too focused on today or tomorrow being a 180 flip. There are some things that you can change instantly, but there are some things that require time, like mindset. And a mindset with a good foundation that doesn't crumble easily requires time to build. And taking things with that long-term sight and taking smaller steps, it helps you kind of understand that truly, rather than just being told that. And I say about putting yourself in a box if you put yourself in if you grab a square block, and you try to fit it into a triangle, it's never gonna fit. And then you would understand that trying to fit it in there, no matter how you put it, no matter which way you try to fit that thing, it won't fit in because it's not the right shape for it. So understanding that there's a room called I want to change, and there's also a room called I don't want to change. And depending on what you want, you go into that room according to that desire that you have, and it makes things easy for you when you do want to adapt to that choice. Maybe 2 weeks, months, or years, but it all depends on your openness to change how you view yourself. It's all about you. Take control of it. It's not in my hands. It's not in your next door neighbor's hands or your dad's hands. It's in your hands to take that change. I say I can't just tell you that you are good enough and that is it. I can say whatever, but at the end of the day, it's all up to you how you lead your life and what choices you want to make. Good luck and take your time with things, bro. Wow. And let me show you guys what the guy said. I wasn't that guy, but someone at the bottom said that this is really inspiring. That is really inspiring. I appreciate that comment from that guy. I just hope that other guy I just hope the original poster had seen this comment. And I literally, that last bit I said that you can't just tell someone they're good enough and then they just accept it and that's it. Sometimes that person needs to make that choice, depending on whoever tells them what or whatever it is. They need to make that decision that yes, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna do this. Whatever it is. They need to make that choice that yes, they can change. Yes, they're good enough. Yes, they are smart. Yes, they are whatever. Yes, they can accomplish their goals. And that's pretty much the whole round trip on this answer. I didn't take 5 minutes. I ended up taking like 11 minutes on that response, but at least we done the 3 questions like I had wanted to. Now the next question is in the Islam forum or subreddit. Someone asked, "Why am I still alive?" And we will go over that next time. Thank you guys for watching.